Hey you guys, what's up? It's Kama Saturday. Today's video we're looking at angles, taking angles, stepping off on different angles, alright, for defense and offense, okay? I was talking with my friend just the other night and we were commenting that a lot of people, they only know linear footwork. That's all they know, okay? Front and back, that's it. Okay, but if you want to really reach your potential, you need to understand angles. You need to understand how to take those angles of attack. It doesn't even need to be a big angle. Even a subtle angle, they're often better, because you take a really big angle, your opponent can see that. Okay, smaller ones, you can disguise it. Okay, so there's a few drills I want to go over, and they will increase in difficulty. All right, now people might want to jump to the most advanced ones right away, but until you get the first ones, it won't work because you need that foundation. Okay. And we're just going to use the shapes, okay? Anyone who's got my book, you know all about the footwork shapes I talk about, okay? Well, we're going to look at the box, the triangle, and the circle, okay? Starting with the box. All right, now with the box, if we're going to step here, all right? Now in order to find your stance, you need to get into your Yiji Kinyoma stance, okay? So here, okay, so sink down, 1, 2, 3, and turn on the foot. And there you go, there's your stance, okay? So you find your stance here, okay, gonna go forward, right, left, back, right, and then we're gonna go left, forward, right, and back, okay? So what you're doing here, it's very, very important that the foot nearest to the direction you're moving in goes first, all right? Otherwise you end up doing this kind of stuff and whatever, and it's very easy to lose your balance, okay? Which that's obviously a big problem, okay? So if I'm gonna go here, I'm stepping forward. This foot will go first. Stepping that way, that foot goes first. Stepping back, that foot goes first, and then this foot goes first. Then here, 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 okay? Here, 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 here. And when you do these drills too, remember, don't be afraid to let your body sway with it. Because you're practicing a little bit of the head movement and the aliveness. You need to have that life in you, okay? All right. So when you do it, okay, and so make sure. And the other thing too, make sure you keep an equal distance when you step. Okay. So if I step forward 6 inches with my lead leg, the rear leg must also step 6 inches. Okay, and back, and so on and so on. I do not want this. I do not want this. Very common. People bring their foot up. Okay, so you want to make sure that you keep that same distance, okay? Whatever, or, if I'm stepping with my rear foot, right, and going backward, well, again, it's going to be the same thing, okay? A lot of people, going backward may be even worse than going forward, because people often will do this, right? All right, so you want to always make sure that you have a good, stable base, okay? Now, in some of the more advanced stepping, okay, there will be times when the feet will come together for a second, all right? A lot of that, well, there are some applications for it. You can avoid kicks and sweeps and things like that, okay, but a lot of that is for developmental purposes, okay, because you want to get used to posting that leg and then driving up, posting and driving up. That's the next drill, but okay, let's stick to one thing at a time, okay? All right. But before you get to those things, you have to really get good at this. Learn to step in all the different directions, okay? And okay, learn. Yeah. Okay. Learn to step in all the different directions, okay? Front, forward, right, backward, left, and so on and so on, okay? And the best way to do the drill, like I said before, you want to pick a corner here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. See, so you always end up back at that home plate there, okay? Home plate here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All right. Okay. And of course, try and do both sides. Well, don't try. Do both sides. Okay. Make sure that you even it out, okay? Now the next drill is going to be changing leads, okay? And now we're going to get into the triangle step, all right? Now this is very, very important for taking angles, because here's the drill. First of all, I'll show you the drill, okay? You start here, step out, and there's your triangle. Step out, and there's your triangle, okay? Out, and triangle, okay? So every time I step out, now here, I'm stepping out, and then I'm going in, my opponent. Well, I could also just step out and take that angle. I could step out and take this angle, okay? Well, what we're doing in this drill here, now make sure also you don't go sideways and then forward. You got to go forward on the angle and then forward again on the angle. Step through, okay? That's the way you got to do it, okay? You have to make sure that you're always advancing forward somehow. Forward on an angle, okay? If you go sideways, you're actually moving away from your opponent, all right? That's the problem, okay? If I end up going here, look, I've actually gone away from my opponent, okay? I want to go towards my opponent, okay? All right? So that's the drill, okay? So here, boom, 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 okay? And of course you can add hands to it, but we're just working on the feet for now, really, okay? All right, so here, right, boom, boom, boom. But when I step, it's very important that I know what side of my body is facing forward, okay? So if my right lead is forward right now. If I step here, now my left lead has come forward. Now my right lead has come forward. And now my left, see, so I'm changing, okay? And so sometimes, you know, what they used to call shifting in old school boxing is when you change leads, right? So if I go 1, 2, 3, maybe I'll step here, see, because I'm 1, 2, 3, just like in the drill, right? I change the sides, like I'm here, I change the side which is facing forward, okay? Well, same thing, if I come here, bang, 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 I change sides, I take an angle, bang, 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 take an angle, and there, see? So that can work. See, you see what happened there? Bang, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I to this side, I have the same angle, the same side forward, and I can do whatever, okay? All right, but you know, that drill alone will kind of open up these possibilities, okay? All right, and okay, and the last drill, okay, and this is the circle, okay, from Bagua-shan. Now, this is very misunderstood. A lot of people think you literally walk around your opponent in a circle, which is complete nonsense, okay? You don't do that, all right? The whole idea is a train taking angles, okay? So here's a drill, okay? If I go around here. Now, my body is turned facing the center. See, I'm not walking like this way, right? Well, like I'm just facing forward. I'm walking that way, but I'm twisting my body towards the center. So I'm facing my opponent, okay? Facing my opponent. Now, after you've gone around here a few times, this foot toes out. We call baibu. That foot toes in. And now I'm able to strike here. And then, you see, so there were 3 little changes there, okay? I did 1. So let's go again. I'm gonna go the other way now, clockwise now, okay? So I'm gonna go here. All right. Twist it towards the center, okay? Toe out, toe in, strike, step, strike, toe out, strike, and then here, okay? Okay, so that's, you can see there's a lot of different angle changes, you know, you're facing the opponent in different directions and things. So when we do the circle walking like that, is to learn to take angles. Now I'm coming here, okay, coming here, here. There's the little step, boom, right, okay, and I go in. Well, the thing is that, you know, if I'm walking around, well, there's an angle. What if I do this? Well, come here and then, you know, that kind of thing, right? I may get to the side of someone, get behind them, and do some kind of a joint lock, okay? There's all kinds of possibilities that you can do, okay? This pivot here, I could do, right? Perhaps I did an upward parry. Not a punch comes, I go into what we call a carrying strike. oh, sorry, leading strike. Okay, leading strike. Okay, here we go. So here, right, I may come up, right, and I have an angle. Okay, and then after that, I get around, and then I have, I get to my opponent's back. You see that kind of thing. So it's all these little steps and pivots and turns and things. That gives you the ability to take angles and things. You're not literally walking around a circle around some guy. You do that, you're going to get your ass kicked for sure. Okay, you'd be a damn fool to try that. Okay, but it will give you the attributes. Okay, to take angles. And that's the thing, and also pivots and things in order to do different techniques, whether it be strikes, joint locks, or whatever. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, okay, so there you go, and that's oh, there's another direction change as well I want to do. So the one we just did. Okay, we went around here. Okay, one more time review here. Okay, we went 1 step, 2 toe out, 3, and then we continue the circle walk. Another one is to do a back step. So if I'm going here, I'm going 1, 2, but instead of pivoting, I'm going to turn this foot in with kokobu, and then I'll step that way. Okay? So what I did, right, step there, and now I step through. Okay, it's a back step, a little different. Okay, but 2 ways to change. Okay, the first one is step, step, pivot. The second one is step, step, back step, and then step through. Okay? All right, so once again, a little review here. A second here. A lot of grasshoppers out here today. Not that grasshopper. Okay. All right. So the first one here, we're gonna go. So 1, the box. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you keep that spacing consistent. Keep that spacing even. Okay. And don't forget too that at any point when you're stepping, doing any of these drills, at any point, you should always be able to close back into your Yiji Kinyuma. Okay? And to the feet together position. If you can't do that, it means you screwed up. Okay? So work on it some more. Okay? Alright, then the next drill is we have the triangle step. So here, here. Remember, step forward, not sideways. Forward. Forward. Okay? And then the third one is the circle walking. Okay, circle walking here, 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 here. Turn. 1, 2, 3, step through. And the other one was 1, 2, hobo and back fist, and then step through. Okay. Sometimes there's little pivots. When I come here, I might do like a very, very small pivot there. Okay. And again, these things simulate actual combat. You will always be. Remember, there are only 2 ways, 2 things your feet can do in combat. You can either step or pivot. That's it. That's all you can do. Two things. Okay. So everything you do is going to be little steps, little pivots. More often than not, it's going to be small rather than big. Okay. If it's so big, it's a tell. Your opponent can see that, and they can capitalize on it. Okay. You want to keep everything nice and small. Okay. All right. That's the thing in real combat. However, in training, it's good to do things big. Okay. Train big, but fight small. That's something that we like to say. Okay. All right. So anyway, there's a video. We covered the box, we covered the triangle, and we covered the circle. Okay. Never ever underestimate the importance of taking angles. Okay. It is a game changer. It really is. Okay. When it comes to combat. All right. All right. Any questions? As always, let me know, and see you guys soon.